Stop! This is not another bulkhead, batten and anti-corrosive. This is the new X Series range from Saxby. I'm Saxby Sam and I'm really excited to show you all about this new range. The X Series range was designed by an electrician with ease of install and testing in mind. They are also united by these common modules that are genuine plug and play. The Linux 65 anti-corrosive batten, wattage and colour selectable, available in 4 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot. So the first feature I want to show you on the Linux 65 are these amazing spring clips. No more up a ladder wrestling a 6 foot batten trying to get that one awkward clip back in. If I go ahead and open up the fitting, you'll see you get an accessory pack and I'll run you through what's in there in a moment. The first thing we've done is make it incredibly easy to remove the driver from the connector block. And we've added testing ports for your GS38 probes, so you can test R1 plus R2 and IR incredibly easy. Another great feature is you can easily move the connector block to 4 different locations across the base. We've also included push out 20mm gland points. You've got 3 along the back, 1 at each end, and then along the side, these are drill out with the markings to guide you. So I'll run you through what's in the accessory pack. We've simply got roll plugs and screws along with mounting brackets. They clip onto the back and then you can actually move them along the base of the fitting. And we've got measurements on there offset to the centre to make your life easy when installing the brackets in the ceiling. We also have suspension loops which simply click into the back of the mounting brackets. How easy is that? You also get a 20mm tower gland and a rubber cable grommet. Okay, so let me show you just how easy it is to install this 2-in-1 manual or self-test emergency module and the 3-in-1 sensor into the fitting. Take the emergency module, just line up the 2 feet onto the gear tray, click into the driver and then install the indicator light like so, and then reconnect the power supply and the earth strap. That's the emergency done. It's worth noting that if you buy the fittings pre-built emergency, they're manual test only. And if you buy the module like I installed here, you've got a switch to make it either manual or self-test. The 3-in-1 sensor can do classic microwave on-off. It can do corridor or step dim, and it will also do photocell or dusk till dawn sensing. And again, it's really easy to install. I simply just have to remove the blanking cover. I install the microwave sensor onto the gear tray and then the connector into the driver. We've got a range of dip switches here on the back with the guide tables to tell you how to change the settings. One final feature with the fitting, with the safety straps installed, the gear tray is designed to hang vertically out of the way, giving you room to access the connector and all the modules. The Linux 20 batten, CCT and wattage selectable, available in 4 foot, 5 foot and 6 foot. If I open the fitting, you'll see there's an accessory pack in there and I'll run you through that in a minute. For ease of installation and testing, push fit connector block with points for your GS38 testing probes. You can easily test R1 plus R2 and IR of the circuit. We can simply disconnect the driver and the earth strap. And then as a nice feature, if you don't like fittings with a hinge gear tray, because the weight is unwieldy when you're up a ladder, you can simply disconnect the gear tray from the base of the unit and you're left simply with this to go and install up the ladder. You can also move the connector block in the base and you've got 3 different points depending on which side or the centre you're coming through with the power. On the back we have bezel mounting locations and 20mm knockouts at either end. Let me show you just how easy it is to install the emergency module. I simply line up the 2 feet here onto the gear tray, push into the driver and install the indicator light. I then reconnect the power and the earth strap. That is the emergency done. And it's worth noting that if you buy the fittings with a pre-built emergency pack in there, they're manual test only. And if you buy the module like I've installed here, you have a switch to make it either self-test or manual. The 3-in-1 sensor. This can do classic microwave on-off switching, it can do corridor or step dim, along with photocell or dusk till dawn sensing. And again, it's really easy to install. I just have to remove the blanking cover from the driver. I install the sensor onto the gear tray and then connect it to the driver. There's a range of dip switches on the back and the tables to explain what they all do. So let me show you what you get in the accessory pack. 4 raw plugs and screws, and also safety straps if you want to use them if you've removed the hinges. This is the Evo X bulkhead. It's CCT and wattage switchable, IP65 and IK08 rated. Comes with a simple snap-off bezel. And under that you can see we have conduit knockouts and also clips to hold it shut, which have holes in there for grub screws that you get in the accessory pack. So you can make it that you can only open this fitting with a tool. It's a hinged gear tray. We've added testing ports to the push fit connector with points for your GS38 testing probes, making it really easy to test your R1 plus R2 and IR. And you can also disconnect the driver from the circuit. You can also, with a twist, disconnect the hinge, leaving you with the empty base, which is nice and lightweight with plenty of room for cables. So you can go install that and then reconnect it all later. Now, if I want to show you just how easy it is to install the modules, starting with the emergency pack, I simply just have to line up the 2 feet and the indicator light through the holes in the gear tray and click into the driver. I then can reconnect the power to the emergency pack, and that's it done. With the emergency modules, if you buy a unit that's pre-built emergency, that is manual test only. But if you buy the module and fit it like I have here, that is both self-test and manual test. I want to show you the 3-in-1 sensor now. This can do classic microwave on-off. It can also do corridor or step dim or photocell dusk till dawn sensing. I just have to remove the blanking cover from the driver, push fit the sensor into the gear tray and then reconnect to the driver. I can then simply reconnect the hinge, like so, close the fitting, and then refit the bezel. And we also do the bezels plain in white, black and chrome, and eyelids in white and black. On the underside of the fitting, we've got Bezer compliant mounting points along with a pre-installed rubber cable grommet. To find out how to become a stockist of the new X series from Saxby, please get in touch with your local ASM or visit saxbytrade.com.